Hey guys, I am just hopping on to do my training today, which is inside my no secrets sales strategy. I hope you can see my screen. I need to figure out a way where I can do screen sharing plus video, but I just haven't gotten there yet. But I soon will, so that we can kind of see face to face, or you can see me at least, and I can share my screen at the same time. So I'm going to be kind of popping back and forth between tabs here. I'll check the comments here too. So if you have a question, share it in the comment box. If you're here live, comment #live. If you're catching the replay, comment #replay. Also, let me know what you are up to today. I would love to hear what you're working on. I love to hear what you guys are doing in your business and just, what you're doing. So, okay, that is all our intro stuff. I'm gonna hide this little guy here. So I'm excited about today's training because I think it's a fun twist. So many people are going to be saying, get my secret sales strategy or get the secrets. And I'm kind of flipping that on its head and doing inside my no secrets sales strategy. So I love the idea of this, that it's kind of, turning things, giving it a little twist. And so I want to tell you about this no secrets sales strategy that I have started using in my business. So first, I want to give a little backstory on this. And I apologize that all you're going to be looking at is my screen for a little bit. I really wish I did have that video, but next time. Okay. So many of you probably know that I have a product for sale right now, which is the Canva Dream Kit. But, and many of you have probably purchased it too, so you're familiar with it. You probably don't know that I tried launching iterations of this product like 3 or 4 different times. I think one of them was a completely different product. The other maybe 2 or 3 were versions of the Canva Dream Kit. It wasn't exactly the same, and it wasn't the same sales page either. I did a different sales page for each one. So I tried launching, they didn't take off, but I was determined to make it work because I've seen other people making this work and I just knew I could do it if I figured out how. So I decided to work with someone who also sells a product and get some advice from her. And 2 of the big things she said were you need to break out each component of the product and also show and tell. So I really took this advice strongly. And from that point, I made the decision to leave no part of the product hidden. So hence my no secrets sales strategy. I went forward with the determination that there would be no secrets about this product. And you see that on the sales page. So now I'm going to do a little bit of walkthrough here, and I want to go into some of the ways that this plays out on my sales page and some things that you can adopt as well as you are creating sales pages for your business or web pages or anything in general. It could be a Word doc. Some people have done Word docs for their sales pages, so you can use this even there by following some of the things I'm going to tell you about. Okay, I'm going to jump in here. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm using a lot of these scrolling videos. So this gives a really clear picture of how the product works, what it's like. These I feel have made a huge difference to my sales page because you can see it in action. And the difference between these and a video is that these play automatically. This is a GIF, whereas videos require the user to take action, and a lot of times people just aren't going to click play, but if they're scrolling down the page and they see this, there's no doubt that they're going to see that play out. Okay. The next thing is a full stack mockup. So whatever you're selling, it might not have this many components, but there is most definitely a way that you can visualize whatever you're selling and make it feel tangible to your audience. So find a way that you can do some sort of mockup to make it visual so people can just have a sense of kind of creating a picture in their mind of what they can expect to get. So a few things with my full stack mockup here is I'm including numbers. I'm including the number of page templates, the number of font combinations, the number of color palettes. I wanted to make it as tangible as possible, so I'm including numbers with the descriptions here. There are visuals, of course, and these overall just help it feel really tangible. The next thing I want to go into is I list the possible uses. So I don't just assume that people are going to be able to kind of imagine what these uses are. I am actually listing them out to make that jump from people's imaginations to what those uses are. The next thing is I'm going to jump down here quite a ways. I decided to display every template that's included in this set. So I know that there's a lot, and when I was creating the page, I was like, are people going to get tired of seeing all these templates? But I stuck with that no secret strategy. I included every template. Not only that, but I included a mock-up of every template. And I did it for every part of the product. I knew that one of the objections people might have is, well, I don't know if there is a template for what I need. So I wanted to eliminate that question altogether by showing everything that's in here. So the next thing I do is break apart every component. So this, of course, is one component, and then there are the other components of the product. With each one, I include a description. I include an image mockup, again, making it really tangible. Include a descriptive title, and list out any relevant details. So again, thinking about objections, I knew that if someone came to this section, they'd be wondering, well, I don't know if they have a stock photo guide for my niche. And so I listed out every single one that's included. I also list the numbers, so you're going to get a minimum of 20 photos in each one. Like for the training, I list out what you're going to learn. Again, just to make it as descriptive as possible. And this really takes away the questions that people might have too, answering those questions before they even ask. Okay, the next thing I do to make it a no secrets strategy is to list out the steps. So once people purchase, what can they expect? How do they use the product? How do they get started? Again, using a visual to go along with the steps written out. The next thing is taking it a step further and showing more examples. So I knew people, and this is probably one of the most common questions I've gotten is, will this work for my niche? And I'm sure that a lot of you are selling things to people who may be in different niches or different, I'm trying to think of a good example, but I can't off the top of my head. But everyone is not the same person, right? So there's going to be some variance no matter what you're selling. And so taking it that step further where people can see it play out, and again, don't assume that people will be able to imagine. Really put it out there for them, lay it out there on the table so they can see it right in front of them. And let's see. The last thing I wanted to show is, like, any chance I got, I tried to show examples. I'm going to scroll down real quick. Sorry if I make you guys dizzy. It's farther down. So this right here, I chose to show yet another example. I originally had like a static mockup. It was just images, but I felt like that this was a good opportunity to take one of the examples I had shown above and shown how it works within Canva. So those are some ways that it plays out on my sales page. So some things that you might be wondering, am I giving too much information away? I think this is a common fear with business owners as they put together their sales page. And I'm going to say, no, people are more likely to buy if they have more information. If you don't have enough information, you're leaving people with questions, and it's going to feel like a risky purchase for them. And so they probably aren't going to purchase at all. And you might be thinking, so people might just copy what I'm doing instead of buying the product, or my competitors are going to see what I'm doing. There's a way to do it where you aren't giving away the answers, but you're still telling them what to expect. So an example that I want to go to is the trainings, the Canva workshop trainings. I remember, and sorry, just gotta find it. I think it's down further. Anyway, I don't want to make you too dizzy by just like scrolling. So basically with the Canva trainings, I found myself getting like too descriptive as to how it was working. And so a way you can shift that is to focus on the benefit, like what it's going to help them do and not what it is. So by showcasing the benefits, you can make sure that you're not giving too many of the details away, and that'll help you feel better. And benefits are the best way to sell your product anyway, by focusing on what it does for them, not always specifically like what it is, if that makes sense. And another thing I wanted to mention on this is, so for example, if I were to worry that people would just like copy the templates instead of creating them, my customer wants these templates because it's going to save them time. Copying the layout is not going to save them time. So that's where I was able, like, I wasn't worried about that because I knew that my ideal customer wants to save time and stress, and buying these templates will help them do that. Copying the templates does not help them do that. I want to share another story too about sharing like your process. This is a little bit different example. So I had a branding client, and I asked her why she chose me over over other designers, and she said it was because I outlined my process on my website. So here I outline the steps that we go through, everything that's included, and she liked that because she said she knew what to expect. So again, when you lay it out for people, you are answering questions, you are letting them know it makes them feel better because they know that you have a plan, they know you've done this before, it reassures them. And I've mentioned this a little bit before too, but just to reiterate, think about what people's objections might be as they look through your sales page or your web page or whatever that is. So what an objection is a reason people might say, I can't buy that. So it might be something like, I don't know if this works for my niche. I don't know how to use Canva, something like that, whatever. And this comes down to not only what's in your product, but how you do your sales page. So as you're working through it, think about any possible reason that people might not buy and choose to address that objection. So like I mentioned before, if people had the question, will this work for my niche? I made sure to show examples of different niches. So yep, I've said it like 3 times already. So just make sure that you're answering those questions that people will have. So that is inside my no secrets sales strategy. So I hope you found this to be helpful. I'm going to check over and see if there's any comments. Awesome, Michelle says. That's good. I should have checked that in the first place to see if you guys could see my screen. So I'm glad you could. Awesome. Thanks for joining, Michelle. Cynthia, awesome to have you. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions quick. I don't think that I have a lot more to add. I really tried to cover everything that I wanted to. The biggest thing, if you guys can do like some sort of like visual, like video GIF, those are huge. They are highly beneficial. A story I can give you is my sister, I was sharing this page with her, and she's like, I saw that video and I was like, yes, I can do this. Like, and those are like the aha moments that these videos can give people. They see those and they're like, I get it. Like, I understand it. Videos are powerful. We know that. And it gives like instant visual recognition of what something is. And so they are incredibly beneficial for whatever you're doing. All right, I'm going to pop back over. Michelle asks, how did you create that full stack mockup? That is a good question. So I actually used Photoshop, but you can do this in Canva too. So I so Canva doesn't like let you do shadows, which is what I wanted to do, which is a pain. But if you don't need shadows or you don't care about shadows, like if I just had this on this background without the shadows, it would still be fine. I just wanted that like extra differentiation with the background. So what I did is I'm gonna just show you guys real quick. So Apple has, Apple product images. If marketing resources and identity guidelines. So they have mockup images that you can grab from their website. So go to product images, view all, and then you can see these images here. You can download them and add your own, like your own product images in here. So this is if you're using Photoshop. So to go back to this, so I used those images and then plopped in my like screenshots and cover images. And then these are screenshots from my product. So I just kind of layered everything and moved it around. I added the labels and arrows so you knew what everything went to, of course. Some people have theirs more compact. They don't necessarily always have like the description. So find what works best for you. So I'm going to go into Canva and show you quick too. So if I were to do something similar in Canva, so Canva has their devices. So I'm going to Elements and I'm going to search iPad. And for some reason, the good ones don't pop up first. So I'm actually going to have to refer back to one of my designs here. I'm going to grab this one. So I'm just going to grab this iPad because I like it and I know it works well. So then I'm going to go to laptop. And I'm going to grab the laptop mockup. And I'm going to grab iPhone. So this is really rough, guys. I'm just giving you like a real basic example here. So say this is the start of your product mockup. So as you can see, this is a video, but it could be any sort of like image here. I'm trying to find some good examples of stuff. Like I don't have my screenshots uploaded. Okay, so you'll grab a screenshot of like a page of your document and then just drag it in here, which is super handy. This was a screenshot of a training video, and I don't have a good one for phone, but I'll just put this in here. So you can see how easy it is to like drag and drop, and you can like move things around. So then what you could do is just, I'm gonna check for comments quick. Okay, there's a couple more questions. I'll just go back to this and finish this up quick and then revisit the questions here. So then say you wanted to add some text. So I'm just making this up, 1 hour master class. And let's say this is checklist. You'll want to give it better names than that, but that's just a quick example. And I'm gonna, so like if you wanted to do an arrow, just search for arrow. And I'm gonna add that arrow there. Say you want the arrow again for this guy. So you can see how these start to play together and give us that mock-up effect. So super easy way to do it. I'm trying to think of a good example. So if you're like, say you're doing like coaching or something, where you might not necessarily have all of these like physical, tangible things. Like these are digital, yet I mean you can still visualize them. So that could be something like photos of you talking to another person, or if it's like you're doing your trainings through like Facebook, your Facebook group or something like that, then you could do like a screenshot, you know, of Facebook Live or something like that. So just how can you make that really visual? There's always a way. There's always a way to visualize whatever you're offering, no matter what that is. So super rough, super quick example. I'm gonna go back to your guys' questions. Okay. Super helpful. What do you use to create the GIFs? So this is, I think I'm gonna do a separate demo on this as well. I will just give you a very quick rundown of this. So what is it called? I think it's easy. Okay, easygift.com, video to GIF. So what you will do is you will take a screen video of whatever it is, your PDF or whatever. And then what you're gonna do is upload that video here. And I use Loom to do that video. It's the same process as I cover in the Canva animation workshop, like creating the scrolling graphic. You'll record your screen the same way as that. So then you will upload your video here. I don't know if I have any handy. We'll try this. So then upload your video. So here's where it converts it to GIF. There are a bunch of different settings here, like you can adjust the speed. And honestly, like I don't have any like solid, like you do this and this and this. You kind of just have to play around with it to get it to work with how you want it to. I don't think I usually mess with this. You'll probably change the frame rate. And I'm just gonna try this. So then it converts it to a GIF. So this gets a little bit kind of in depth, but something you'll want to pay attention is to your file size. If your file size is really big, it's going to load slower. Your page is going to load slower, right? So that's where I might do like a shorter, I might try like a shorter length and see if that makes a difference. Actually, that made it bigger. So like say I just wanted to keep that. You can play with like the quality. Oh, here we go. So like I could try optimizing it. So these are all settings that you can play with to adjust file size and to adjust your GIF as you want. And so then what you would do is, that helped a lot. So then what you can do is save it and then upload it to your site. So that is kind of a quick and dirty demo of doing those animated GIFs. The best advice I have here is just kind of play around with it, because I don't think there are any like hard and fast rules as far as creating those animated GIFs. And yeah, I would say just play around with it. So, okay, I'm gonna see what other questions you have here. Did you create your video in the program you recommended in your training? I think the answer to that is yes. Loom, yes, yep. I do all my like screen videos in Loom. I do all of my like videos for clients in Loom. So Loom is pretty much the way I go with everything. Okay, super helpful, perfect, thank you. Awesome. All right. Any other questions before I hop off here? This has been a really good training, you guys. Great questions. I love doing these for you. If you have like other things that you want to learn about, like please let me know, post in the group, put it in the comments here. I'm always open to ideas from you guys, especially like direct feedback from you guys about, you know, what you're struggling with, what you need help with, what you want to learn about. So I love that. I love hearing from you guys. All right, I don't think there's any other questions here, so I'm gonna hop off. You guys have been awesome, and I will talk to you again soon. All right, bye.